Look here! Look, listen! Appearing offline does not fucking stop. Fuck that nigga. Fuck you! My lord. Fuck you! I cut child pornography up around 12. Oh my fucking
Whatever, I hope your
lord.
family dies in an automobile wreck. Nigga. I did say the age of consent should be 12.
I hate my life. Do it, I can't keep this shit no more, man.
Oh! Like, the world wants you to believe that if you're a good person and you make the right choices, everything will work out. But realistically, there's situations where you can do everything right, and I mean everything, and still lose. You gotta take people for who they are, not what you want them to be. Example in my personal life, my grandmother had a 6th grade education. She dropped out of school in 6th grade because she couldn't smoke in school. True story. My great grandma had 8 kids. She was a little bit of a wild child. She liked to drink, she liked to screw, and that's who she was. Even though like she would have reactions like a toddler. Fuck! Like, for example, if she didn't get the gift she wanted at like Christmas or something like that, she would like almost have a hissy fit. Yeah, we're talking about gangster grandma. Am I looking forward to Modern Warfare 3? No, not really. There's not really a game out there right now that I'm looking forward to. I think I've just grown past Call of Duty. Like, I can play it. Like, when I was a younger man, I was so, like, silently obsessed with being the best. I wanted to be the best. I wanted people to look at me at the best. I wanted people to look up to me in gaming. And as I've gotten older, because, you know, I've been doing this shit for 15 years now, I don't care no more. Like, when I want to play a game, I still want to do well. I want to win. But at the same time, I don't care about being considered the best at what I do. Because I know I don't have the reactions anymore to be the best. What's the donation goal today? It's 130, but it is what it is. I mean, like, I felt so many times with that, it's like, there's no reason to have a goal. Random. You know the reason he's going to do a 3rd one? Because it's easy content. A video that's like 45 minutes to an hour long that gets 1 million views, that's worth about $4,000 to him. That's why he's doing a 3rd one. He's not passionate about it. He's scraping the bottom of the barrel, making easy content. That's what those channels do. Why not start a Diablo 2 channel? I don't want to. What name did Kelly call me by? And like, one of the things I fear the most in my life, like right now I'm making no savings. Like, I'm not broke by any means. I have money left over. But at no means am I making savings. And like, I want to, like, please, for the love of God, listen to what I'm about to say, guys, especially if you're young. The money that you waste now is important. Save it. When I was young, I would make $1,000 mistake. That $1,000 could be used later on in life when you can't earn it. Because like the fallacy that most people have when they're young is that there's always more time to make money. And as you get older, it gets harder and you can't dictate the future. Save your money. No, Cookie. We're at $35. So we're about $100 short. I can tell you right now, Duluth Hero, I'm never going to have a redemption arc. It's never going to happen. I'm a manic depressant that's borderline bipolar. I'm more likely to have my health go downhill than I am to have a redemption arc. But I know this about myself. People are like, you had a perfect opportunity at boxing. I still got that opportunity. I could call Keemstar up right now on the phone and he'd get me on the next card. You're living in a fantasy land if you think a 420-pound man is going to make a boxing career on the wrong side of 30. That's not the way forward. Why don't I do 2-hour-long pre-stream podcasts like Phil? I don't care enough about what I have to say or my opinion anymore. Have you ever given your thoughts on Boogie selling his stuff and he's going through? I don't want to. I can do it, but I didn't openly say anything about Boogie selling his stuff, where you have to sell the equity of your items to stay afloat without any kind of game plan in place. The difference is all my stuff's paid for and Boogie's is not. He's eventually going to be sitting in that house and not be able to make the house payment, and everything he's selling will just be gone, and then the house gets foreclosed on by the bank and sold at an auction. Like, it's a depressing, dark thing that I don't want to speak on for him. If you could get Phil out of that realm and just get him on a podcast where he just talked without fear of retribution on everything he said, he would make money. Because I don't know about Phil, but I wake up every day in fear that I'm going to click on this button and nobody shows up. Every day I think about it. Like every time I stream and I got like 240 viewers instead of 300, I think this is the day that I start to fall off. I'd love to talk to Eddie to Chump again, but he hadn't talked to me in a while. Like I reach out to him every now and then, but he never responds. Eddie, I love you, man. I'm sorry if I'm sitting here crying about it, because like Eddie's one of those people that believed in me and I didn't believe in myself. And I don't think he knows how much I appreciated him. Pity party. You got to be upset about something to have a pity party, man. Crying is not pathetic, man. You know it's pathetic? That you live in such a narcissistic, you have such a narcissistic view of the world that you automatically assume masculinity based on emotion. I grew up with that bullshit. My grandfather could lop his fucking thumb off with a skill saw, and if he cried or got upset about it, he considered himself a sissy. I'm never going to look at somebody and determine their manhood based on their emotions, right? Yeah, I'm crying because, you know, it softens my heart to think that somebody cares enough about me, because I don't care enough about myself. If you cared about yourself, you wouldn't look like I look. You got to intrinsically give yourself value. I'm crying now because you kind of get waves where like, oh, I want to cry. Like what I just said doesn't actually make me sad. It's just I've never finished crying from the first time I got emotional. Being masculine isn't, oh, you pick weights up or like, you know, you shotgun fucking protein shakes, bro. The saddest shit I've ever heard in my life is the red pill, like alpha male type like community. I got Pikachu at a carnival game. It was one of the last things my grandfather ever gave me. Like he had one of those games where you take the rifle and you shoot water into the mouth of the clown. He did that and won that for me. If you go to my wife's Twitch right now, which she's never streamed on, it's currently banned. How did hers get banned? Because they banned mine because they donated with the N-word and it popped up on screen and I clicked it off. A bot insta-banned my account from Twitch, and then they went and reported Kelly account linked to mine, and then got her account banned, and then they perma-banned me. I went through the process to get mine from unpermanent ban management, and Kelly didn't care enough to get hers undone. I don't have pride in what I do 672 because I know that if I ever get any real success, I'm going to have an army of fucking incels working against me. Cassio doesn't have that. He doesn't have the people at my level working against him, right? Like, when I went to fight Boogie, the trolls were so afraid that people would like me that they called the fucking stadium owner to try to get me kicked off the card. The stadium owner. Because they were afraid I might make 10K and actually might, you know, like myself one time. I'm not in that cloud. Like I honestly wasn't going to stream today, but like, because I had a headache, but I know at the end of the day, if I didn't stream, all I would do is I'd sit here for fucking 8 hours, play Diablo 2, and be miserable until I fell asleep and did it again tomorrow. I mean, my self-worth is beat down to it's nothing. My self-worth is nothing. Why not play Diablo 2 right now? Because if I clicked on Diablo 2 right now, I'd lose half my viewers, and my goal is to try to make that money. Remember, I have to make $133 every day I open my eyes to even keep the life I'm accustomed to, just to keep the things that I currently have, like lights and water. That's with me rationing out. Like I usually allow myself 1 tank of gas in my truck a month, because like I'm not even allowed to have side hustles. Remember when I used to DoorDash? So like if I wanted to stream 3 hours because how long mentally I can take it, and I wanted to go out and DoorDash and make side money so I could put money in a savings account or have other things. No, that's I'm not allowed to do that shit either. Dog, it's hard to get them out your head when you've had assault rifles pointed at your face. I'm still here because I'm too fat to do anything else. Gamer Jorts, let me tell you a secret, man. If I streamed 9 hours a day, I would make donations for the first 2 hours, and I'd do 6 hours and make nothing. And I'd hate my life more. That's the honest truth. It's like that dude. It's like, I reported your team telling you're going to do something to his mother. What he doesn't know that I know is I have talked to multiple people on YouTube at this point, and they know everything about my situation. So I'm not concerned about him. Johnny Jew said, what gets you motivated to wake up in the morning to start your day? Because I made a promise to Kelly that I'd take care of her. Top smoker. Like, if I take the camera off, people just complain that the camera's off. What happens if my YouTube gets banned? I don't know. I'll probably go crying to Keemstar, see if he'll fix it. Crack open a beer? Yeah, because alcohol will fix my issues. Come on, dog. Yeah, but like, it's understanding to get frustrated with me. Because like, I'm bad at a couple things. I'm bad at keeping up with people. I'm hard as fuck to talk to. I am such a isolationist person. I will isolate myself to the nth degree. Because like, people didn't believe me back in the day when I said, like, I didn't really talk to Woody and Kyle much. I mean, they told me when to show up and I showed up. Generally, like, my favorite spot in the world to be is just in my head, gaming, and having some type of background noise. I look at it this way. I put the same level of effort in that a lot of other streamers do. I just don't put the same level of time in. And a lot of that's from mental health issues. I mean, 672 is going to be triggered by this one. But like, what's the difference between mine and Phil's stream? Phil streams longer than me. But for the most part, Phil will sit here and talk for 2 hours, and then he'll game. About every hour, he takes a 15-minute break. I don't even want to compare it to GSP. Like, I've watched other people's streams. I refuse to buy new games because I don't make enough money off the new games that I buy. Because in my head, if I invest $70 into a game, I need to make $160 to make it worth it. Because that at least pays the game off and gives me the value of the game back after YouTube's cuts. Let me get a real job. You guys don't understand. I'm in too deep. If I went and got a job at a parts store, and for some miracle it made enough money for me to live off of, all it would take is one person to recognize me and know right where I worked at for me to lose that job. I'm making excuses? It's already happened. Already happened. You think move country? You act like I'm not known worldwide. You think standing around when I have a bad leg, making less money than I do now, and having to listen to somebody else tell me to clean the toilet is going to be something I like more than streaming without a schedule? Nah, bro, this is it. This is the end of the rainbow. I can tell you this, John Bono. I've been streaming since January 2015. So that's 8 years, and I've never once liked it. I've been doing YouTube for 15 years. And I tell you, after about the first year and a half, I fucking hated it. Not once. Why do I do something that I hate? Why does anybody do things that they hate? Because I feel like it's the best thing I can do for my life at that point. I can tell you the answer to it. The answer is this. I hate streaming less than I hate going without. No, I've always hated it. Like, I didn't get into streaming because I wanted to stream, right? Like, when I was making YouTube videos and I was making big money on YouTube, I never streamed. Because I tried it when Skyrim came out, and I tried it again in Modern Warfare 3, and I hated it. So I stopped doing it. Even, like, when I was talking about the year I made like $12,000, I didn't want to stream. It wasn't until out of necessity that I started streaming. And I pretty much lived out of necessity streaming the entire time. And this is me being honest with you. I understand you guys like making a schedule and stuff like that. But like, to me, if I make a schedule, it just means more trolls show up. It makes me want to be here less. Like if I'm sporadic with it, at least then they have to guess when I'm coming on or not. Fuck that nigga. Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.